Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Kammy is my motivation, and today I'm going to be showing you how I do a simple everyday makeup look that normally takes about 15 to 20 minutes and I'm out the door. Now, of course, this video is a little bit longer than that because I will be doing a little talking and a little bit of explaining, but generally if I do decide to wear makeup that day, it normally takes me about 20 minutes to apply my basic look. I like to start off with brows. I'm going to be using a little bit of brow soap. You can also use a clear gel if you prefer. I like to go in with that because this helps my brows stay in place throughout the day. So I like to first take my spoolie and push my brows up with the gel, and then I kind of shape them with the gel, and like I said, that keeps them in place all day. Now, while I am doing this, for those of you who are new to my channel, over here on YouTube, I pretty much come over here and do tutorials on how I create my dramatic transition looks that I do on TikTok and Instagram. So if you don't follow me over there, my handle is KAMMYISMYMOTIVATION on all my platforms. And you can kind of go over there and check it out and see what I'm talking about. And then I come over here on YouTube and I recreate those looks. But I also like to do simple everyday looks, as well. And I also do a little bit of fashion, and I will be incorporating my journey on my weight loss. I recently had BSG, which is the gastric sleeve. So I want to take you along as I try to maneuver this new body of mine and get it tightened and toned. I'll also be doing a few DIYs to refresh my home for the different seasons. This here is the brow pencil by Kim Chi, which has a spoolie on one end and the brow pencil on the other. So what I'm doing now is just filling in my brows because I do have sparse brows on the ends, or sparse hairs, should I say, excuse me. So I'm just filling them in a little bit, not too much. I'm not going in too heavy with the pencil. And like I said, if you have great brows and you don't need to do that, then you can feel free to skip a little bit, or you can just watch as I incorporate this part first. So I don't go in heavy when I am going for an everyday look. Now, sometimes I do a little bit heavier when I do my dramatic looks, but for my everyday look, I go in a little bit light. And then I like to go in and clean them up. So I'm going to use an angled brush, and I'm going to be going in with my Lip Bar Concealer in the color of Mocha. And we're just going to clean our brows up underneath and across the top. And that just kind of, defines the brows. This part is probably the one that takes the longest. Because once you've got those brows perfect, everything else kind of goes pretty quickly. So I'm just going in and shaping and defining. And especially if you haven't arched your eyebrows or gotten them threaded, whichever method you prefer, this really does help. Because sometimes those wild hairs have your eyebrows looking a little bit crazy. So I'm just shaping them up the way I want. And I'm going to take the excess and come on down on my eyelid, since I'm going to be doing just a simple look. Now, if I was doing an intense eyeshadow or something like that with color, I would definitely go in with an eyeshadow primer. I find that works best for me. But today, just doing my everyday look, I'm just going to use my concealer to cover my lid. And it's looking better already. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with my damp sponge and I'm just going to tap in my concealer. Just do a few light taps. Alright, so this here is a kit from the Lip Bar, and it does consist of a blush, eyeshadow, and contour. And this is a neat little compact that I feel like if you're a simple girl, this would be perfect. So the first thing I like to do after doing my brows, I like to go in with the Fenty Beauty translucent powder in the shade Coffee, and I just take my little wedge and I like to apply this right over top of my concealer. So it's basically setting the concealer. And I'm going to take this one single color to go over my eyelid. Like I said, this is going to be a simple everyday look. And we're going to use just one shade. That's it. Now, like I said, if you don't want to use any color, you can definitely omit this part. But I just wanted to add a little bit of color to my eyelid. So I'm just going to go in with that red color and apply it over my lid. And as you can see, I didn't go all the way up to my brows, so it looks like I have a little bit of highlight, but that's really just the concealer. Then I'm going to take a wet towelette and I'm just going to clean up a little bit up under my eyes. Now, to avoid doing this, if you use the tape, the eyeshadow tape that will catch the fallout, you can definitely skip this step. I normally do use that, but I forgot to apply it, so I got to clean up a little bit. I'm going to go in with my Pond's moisturizing cream. And I'm going to go right up under my eyes since I had to clean up under there. Now, my face, before you apply any makeup, you should have already done your morning routine and have already prepped your skin. And meaning that means you've already went in with your, whether you're using hyaluronic acid, your moisturizer, your SPF. You should have already done all of that already before you begin your makeup look, okay? Because you definitely want to prep your skin before you do your makeup. But because I had to clean up on the eyes and I removed a lot of my, all that goodness, I'm just going back in with a little moisturizer under my eyes. And then I'm just going to tap it in a little bit. And that's the eyeshadow tape I'm talking about. If you use that, it'll catch that fallout and you won't wipe away all the goodness you've applied. Now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Primer. And I'm going to apply this all over my face. All right, so this next step is something that I learned from the beautiful Jackie Aina. I'm going to go in with my translucent powder by Fenty in the shade Coffee, and I'm going to apply this under my eye. As you can see, I do have circles up under my eye, so this is going to help smooth that out. So this step here, you apply that under your eyes if you need to. And I find that this gives me a more smoother finish when I apply this step. So I just tap it in, and then I'm going to set it. But like I said, if you don't have this issue, then definitely skip this step. All right, I'm just going to go in with my LA Color Girl setting spray. LA Colors setting spray. A cute little fan that I got off of Amazon. If you're interested in that, that will be available on my Amazon storefront. Alright, so now I'm going to apply some mascara. This is Maybelline New York Great Lash Mascara, oldie but goodie. And I'm just going to go in and lengthen my eyelashes. Now, on this part, you can definitely stop here with the eyelashes. You do not have to apply any falsies if you don't choose to. But I'm going to be applying some today, and I always go in with my mascara before I apply eyelashes. But you could definitely stop here if you are lucky and have lashes. You could definitely apply your eyelash or your mascara, apply your mascara and stop there as far as the lashes go. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm going to be using this for my highlighter. Now, when it comes to highlighting, you can go one shade or two, some go three. It's just your preference. This is probably maybe about 2 to 3 shades lighter, and I'm going to highlight. And in my case today, just to show you, I'm going to also highlight my forehead and my chin. Now, if you are not into doing all that highlighting, you definitely could just stop here. And this is my favorite tinted moisturizer, Fenty Beauty-Eaze Drop Shade 22. And this is my second bottle. I'm going to get all the goodness out of this first one. But I like this. It's a tinted moisturizer. Definitely great for the spring and the summertime. It's not too heavy. Because like for me, I live here in Texas. And in the summertime, it gets up in the high hundreds. 106, 107 or higher. And so I like this because it gives me a nice finish, but it's not too heavy. So I'm going to go in with my damp sponge. Now, if you are a foundation brush girl, then by all means use your brush, but I like using a beauty blender. And I'm just tapping it in. Make sure you get around that jawline and go up under the jawline. Okay, we don't want to see a line. You want to blend it down into your neck. Okay. And I'm going around my eyebrows because, of course, remember when I cleaned my eyebrows, we do not want a halo. So make sure that you go over that with your foundation. I'm just going to take the pointy end of my beauty blender and get rid of that halo. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my highlighter on my forehead and on my chin. And when I apply my my concealer for highlight, I do like to let it dry down a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my wedge and I'm going to blend out the concealer up under my eyes since I have let it sit for a little bit. All right, so blend, blend, blend. So once you've done that, I'm now going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is in the shade medium deep. And now I'm just going to set concealer. I do not bake. I just go in and I apply and I blend it out. Now I'm going to take that same blender, beauty blender, that I used to apply my tinted moisturizer, and now I'm going to go around the edges, okay? We're going to kind of merge everything together. I'm going to merge my foundation, merge where I highlighted, and use my setting powder. I want to merge it, okay? I don't want any lines. See how around my forehead where you can see where my setting powder is? We're going to take that blender and we're going to just blend. I think besides my eyebrows, this is the most important step of all, blending. Take your time on this part. Now this, sorry I got it upside down. This is my Juvia's Place Bronze Bronzy. And I'm going to use this to do a little contouring. I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm just going to contour my nose. And I don't do too much. I'm not trying to have a skinny nose or a narrow nose, but I do just, you know, a little contouring. Right now I'm going to take my little fluffy brush and I'm going to contour my cheeks. Now, if you're not a contouring person, you can definitely just go straight in with your blush, just to add a little color back into the face. I go around the forehead and everything. Around the forehead, I even go up under my chin a little bit. But like I said, if you're not the contouring type, you can definitely just go in with a little bit of blush. And I'm going to take that same red color that I used on my eyelid, and I'm going to use that for my blush color. I'm just going to smile a little bit. And I like to take it up into my temples. Alright, and now I'm going to apply a little eyeliner. I'm going to take that sponge that I used to blend out, and I'm going to just hold my lid down a little bit. Don't use your fingers. We don't want to mess up what we've done. And if you're good at doing it without having to do that, then by all means. Now I'm going to go in with the last of my LA Color eyelashes. This is just some dramatic faux mink lashes. Now, if you, like I said, if you don't want to do any lashes, you can definitely stop here, apply your lip, set your face, apply your lipstick, and you're done. But I'm going to apply some lashes. we've got the lashes on. And like I said, they're definitely not necessary. So you could definitely just completely stop with just mascara. But I wanted to apply some lashes. Now I'm going to go on with a little highlighter. Another omission if you don't want to do any highlighting. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose and on the bridge. But definitely not a necessary step. I'm going to apply a little bit to the highs of my cheeks. And now we're going to set this all in and let it all melt. And yeah, I don't know, a lot of overspraying. And I decided to go in my little tear ducts and add a little bit of little color in my tear ducts. Also a step that's not necessary. And now I'm going to remove the sugar scrub from my lips. I normally like to keep a little sugar scrub or moisturizer on my lips while I'm applying my makeup, just so I can have a nice smooth base when I get ready to apply my lipstick. And today I'm going to be doing a matte lip, so I definitely want to make sure I had applied some type of moisturizer to my lips. And this is the Fresh Sugar. So I'm going to go in with the Lip Bar Bawse Lady. This is my favorite red matte lip. It also does come in a liquid as well. If you're not into the matte lipstick, they also make a gloss in Bawse Lady as well. But I just like the matte. I prefer the matte. And I'm not even lining my lips. All right, now look at that. Simple, simple, simple. All right, guys, so we're back. And as you can see, I've just changed out my scarf, added some cute earrings, and this is the finished look. So let's recap, because like I said, people wanted something simple. Because like I said, at the beginning, I do makeup transitions, of course, on TikTok and Instagram, and I do dramatic looks. And those are definitely not everyday looks, and I understand. And after my last YouTube short, I got a lot of people in the comments. I had over 41,000 views. I definitely thank you all for the love on that. But a lot of people said, that's a lot of work. That's a lot. You don't even look like yourself. And again, dramatic transitions, and remember, those also have filters on there. So of course I don't wear that every day. Those are not everyday looks. I say my looks are more so for an occasion. If you're going to a themed event, or you are going somewhere and you want a very beat look, but maybe not that dramatic. Like I said, those are just for fun. But I also do sometimes normal, regular makeup, and I think this is a cute little normal makeup. It is definitely still a little step up than just an average look. I get it, but basically, I'm here to show you that you can still do a look. It doesn't have to take all day, and you can omit some steps. So normally the first thing I do if I am deciding I'm going to wear makeup, as you can see, I come in and I shake my eyebrows. I add some soap, or what do you call eyebrow wax, to my eyebrows so they can lay and stay all day. And I also fill them in with a black pencil because I am in menopause. I'm 54 years old, and of course I am losing hairs, you know, so I fill them in a little bit. So once I do that, after I do that rather, I go in and I set under my eye with Coffee by Fenty, as I, you know, talk about at the beginning, which kind of helps with the dark circles under my eyes. And then I spray with my setting spray. So that's 1 and 2. Now, after I do that, I go in with my concealer, and then I kind of clean up under my eyebrows, you know, make them cute, shape them up a little bit, and then I put concealer over my eyelid. If I was going to work simple, this one case by the Lip Bar, I love it. I go in with the color just to give myself a little color on my eyelid. Do you need it? No, you could omit that step if you don't want to put any color on if you're going to work or whatever. You can omit that. Do your eyebrows, shape them up a little bit, add a little mascara, and that's it. Put on a little lipstick and you can go. But for those who may want to do a little bit more, I do clean up under my eyebrows. I add a little pop of color on my lid. One color, as you can see. I've only added one cute little color. Okay, once I do that, I then go in, I prime my face, I add some primer, and I go in with my tinted moisturizer by Fenty. I love this. Even though here in Texas, it is now, today of filming, 88 degrees, but when it's hot, when it's 104, 106 plus, I love tinted moisturizer. You can still give yourself a well finished look without the heavy foundation, but for me, this might be a foundation I use throughout the whole year. I love it. So I do all that, and if you want to add a little bit of color, so say you want to go up a shade or 2 on your concealer, you can definitely go in. I use Born This Way just to give myself just a little bit more of a highlight under my eyes, or you could just stay with your neutral concealer and be done. Add just a neutral. This is probably maybe a shade lighter than my normal foundation, but like me, I used 2. So once you do that, you go in. While I put that on, I put it under my eyes, I let it sit for a minute while I go on, put my foundation on, which, like I said, is my tinted moisturizer. I do that. After I do that, I go ahead and decide I want to highlight my forehead, my chin. I go ahead and do that. You can skip that step. Remember, you decide what you want to do, so you can omit that step, okay? But I decided I want to highlight my forehead and my chin. I go ahead and put some up there, and then I go in and I blend out my concealer, okay? So how many steps is that? We've already done maybe 3 or 4 steps, okay? Your eyebrows, step 1, which is for me. Some people don't like to do their brows first. I do. My eyebrows is step 1. I go up under my eyes with my coffee just to kind of help with the dark circles or insets up under my eyes, which is step 2 for me. Step 3 is adding my tinted moisturizer. Step 4 is if I choose to highlight, I'll go ahead and do that, and then I blend out my concealer that I decide to add if I wanted to. That's only 5 steps. You can completely stop there, add you some mascara, lipstick, you're out the door. But if you want a little bit more, you go ahead, like me. I go in with my Juvia's Place bronze palette, and this has 2 shades in here, of course. I'm going to use the darker shade to contour my nose, add some contour on my cheeks and around my forehead. Okay, that's it. That's it. If you want, then you go back in with your palette, add you a little color. That same color I put on my eyelid is the same I use for my cheeks. Easy peasy. Add a little bit of highlighter on your nose and in your bridge if you want to. Remember, you add what you want, take away what you want, okay? After you do all that, you want to set your face with whatever setting spray you choose to use, and then you go in with a pop of color. I chose a cute little red color, just keeping in with the theme of the eyeshadow and the blush. And we're done. That's it. So it seems like it's a lot because I'm explaining as I'm doing the video or the tutorial, and I'm explaining to you now. But really, when I do this in the morning, if I choose to wear makeup, I am 15-20 minutes and I am out the door. Out the door. That's it. If you're going somewhere, 15-20 minutes, throw on a scarf, some cute earrings or take your hair down out the rollers or whatever you got going on with your hair, okay? Makeup is fun, and makeup can be as intense or as light as you want it, okay? So to me, this is like a medium beat. I could have just not put on eyelashes and just did the mascara. As you can see, when I put on my mascara and did my own natural lashes, I could have left that off. You can leave off the highlighting. You don't have to add the gold highlight to the tip of your nose and the bridge. You decide what is best for you and for what is best for the occasion. If you're going to work, maybe you don't want to put on as much. When I'm going to work, I don't add the highlight. I don't put any in my tear ducts. I don't put on my nose or my bridge. I mainly focus on my eyebrows, put on some mascara. I don't even put on eyelashes. I may contour and add a little blush and a little lipstick. And I put on my tinted moisturizer. That's all. Maybe 3 or 4 things. But if I'm going out with my boo or I'm going out with the girls, this is about as severe as I'm going to get, okay? This is about as intense as it's going to get with the eyelashes, and I think this is still cute. It's a little bit more elevated than what I would do for work, but still not a lot. Now, what you see in the videos is really extra. That's extra. Like if I was going to a party or an event or a costume party or anything like that, yes, I'm going to add a lot more. So just remember, you don't have to have a lot to just elevate your look just a little bit. Like I said, when I first came on, that's usually how I go to work. I may add a little lip gloss, sometimes mascara, and I go to work. Simple, simple. I don't put on anything. I really enjoy letting my skin breathe, especially as I've gotten older. I come to realize that I want to make sure that I take as great care of my skin as I can. So I don't wear makeup every day, and this is no shade to those who do. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not an everyday makeup girl, but when I do want to put on some, I can either be as simple as mascara and lipstick and eyeliner, or I can be just another step up and add a little tinted moisturizer, and or I can take it to another level and add some eyelashes and put on some little cheek color. You know what I'm saying? So you decide how much you want to do every day. It doesn't take a lot. I promise you, it doesn't. It just depends on you and your personality and you as far as what you're willing to do every day, okay? So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please definitely leave me a comment of what you thought of the look, any questions, and I will definitely answer them for you in the comments, okay? And if you enjoyed today's video and you're not subscribed, why? Come on and subscribe and join the Cam family. It costs absolutely nothing. And I also, like I said, I do makeup transitions, mostly makeup. I do a little bit of fashion, and I'm going to start incorporating, showing you my weight loss journey, how I work out, what I eat, how I meal prep, how I get prepared for the next week. So those are a few things that's going to be coming to my channel as well. And I'm also going to be doing a few DIYs. I'm going to show you how I refresh for the fall, and all those are coming, videos that will be coming. But like I said, if you're not subscribed and you enjoyed today's video and you enjoy my personality and it seems like something you might want to come by and check out from time to time, then definitely subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and definitely don't forget to leave me a comment. So until next time, this is Cammy, and I'll see you later.